Ready to break. Recon, 132 fighter.
We own them. We own.
Hey, Zoo.
44, Mike, 44.
Fire.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Able to find Shaheen here. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Smooth.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Mike.
They'll look to throw.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Foes and Mike. Mike's phone.
Hey, exit.
3 buzz. 44 is the Mike.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Watch his flag.
Now this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Now.
Check. 59.
180. 180. We're good. 280. That's it.
On first down, Carr. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Get ready.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Here's Carr to throw. It's a screen to Richard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Mike's 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Bravo.
Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the edge, watch it.
Now Carr again. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, go.
He'll drop to throw.
Pick it up.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Let's go.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
58, boys, 58.
Hey, Echo.
Tighten up.
Hit it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going for it all. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it.
And it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off with great anticipation. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it, and they'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I want that. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Check. Lucky.
Now Carr to try again after the pick six. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And it's second down.
Get it.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Raider 9. Hey, Delta.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Carl Nassib there on the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Check pass.
Hey, 58 is a Mike. Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Maurice Hurst gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. After one, a 14-3 ball game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
You got him. You got him.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
29.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Ready, ready. 50, plant.
58, right there.
No gain. General West. Hey, orbit. Check.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Charles, you are the master of abstract facts. So who would you say is the best player ever drafted from Ashland University in Ohio?
How about the only one ever drafted from there? Adam Shaheen, the tight end. Went to the Chicago Bears. Began his college career, though, as a basketball player, Division II in the state of Pennsylvania.
That one goes for 24 yards.
18 Gators. 61 matchbox lights.
They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Blue draw corkers.
Check out.
Now.
2nd and 4. Out left to Shaheen. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
132 fighter.
4 down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Nick Kwiatkowski. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Going 58's the mic.
Watch. Hey, Charlie.
You're soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Back to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
3 down. Odd.
Express.
On 1st down, Richard. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now, 180.
Mike's 59. It's our time. This is our time, guys. It's our time.
618.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here we go.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Carr now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. To throw is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Carr. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half.
Hey, Zoo. 45.
Here's the 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's
Able
go.
to find Shaheen here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go, baby. Let's
So
go.
we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw, it's Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They do go for it. It's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Buster Screen. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. Hey, man.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Buying time to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
44 is the mic. Watch the slant. 44, Mike, 44. Keep it up, defense.
They're going to look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line up.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The #7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And Lobo. Watch the curl. Alert 3. Ready.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Carr now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
734.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
734.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
Come on,
Eight. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Third quarter with the score Bears 21,
Here we go.
Raiders 3.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapon. Golf.
Switch. 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic.
I'm trying to...
Five.
They'll set up a throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Hankins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Third down. Third and long.
Here we go.
The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Mike spoke boat.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Hey, Echo.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Maurice Hurst providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Raiders
Come on now, let's go.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike's 59.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
You remember me?
From the gun, it's Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there. On 1st down, Carr. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
59.
To throw again. Carr.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 30 base.
Come on. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
Hey, Alpha.
4 down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep. And this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Check, 59.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Mike's 59.
Express.
59.
Here's Carr to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Showing 8. Hey, switch gears. Under 10. 10.
Purdue.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Interception all day.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set. 90 Wolf. 44. Hey, wahoo! Go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down and inches.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Come on, set.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
Spill. Hey, Haywood.
44 is the mic. 40.
Hit it.
They'll set up to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Hey, Zoo.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. 6 man.
Deep rip.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Hey, seam 6. General West.
44.
Get it.
Second and 6. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The pass on second down. Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here.
Check.
Smoke.
Back to throw here.
Here we go.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.